I knew a lady once who was a very fine Christian. She used to go to a Baptist church here in town at Highview. Her name was Gracie Reed. Her husband used to lock her out of the house whenever she'd go to church. She was devoted, though. She would go to church anyway. Even though her husband said, "I'll lock you out if you go," she would go to church anyhow. And Brother Shively was the pastor of the church at the time. And he would tell me stories like, when she'd go home, the door would be locked in the middle of winter, and she'd sit out there on that porch until he decided to let her in. And she suffered much by going to church. And she was a really nice lady, a really sweet lady. Well, one day I used to go over and pray with her, just like I did some of the other people in church. I'd go over and pray with them. And Gracie would say, "Come here, hold my hand." And I'd get down on my knees in front of her, and she'd be there in her chair and drinking her hot water. She had a coffee maker that made hot water, and she'd drink that warm water. It was what the doctor told her to do. So I'd pray with her, and she'd say, "Look at me." And I'd look up at her, and she'd look in my eyes, and she'd say, "You still got it, son. You still got it." And what I had, I don't know, but that's what she said. And so one day she got really sick, and she was in the hospital, and her granddaughter would go visit her and see her. And she went into a coma, and her granddaughter was sitting there by her side one evening, and holding her hands, and all at once Gracie woke up. I suppose that this is a testimony of her granddaughter, and she said, "I see him. I see the angels singing, and I'm shaking hands with all of them, and I'm going to go through the gates. They're just wonderful." And she went on. And so that's what this song is about. It's a song that kind of just fits in with that when we leave this old world, we depart it, but we're going somewhere else. We're going to a place that's so much better. And so I hung on to Gracie Reed's testimony all through these years. And I loved her very much, and she was a really sweet lady. And so let me sing the song for you, okay? I have seen my last tomorrow. I am holding my last breath. Goodbye, sweet world of sorrow. My new life begins with death. I am standing on that mountain. I can hear the angels' song. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. All my burdens are behind me. I have prayed my final prayer. Don't you cry over my body, 'cause that ain't me lying there. Oh, I'm standing on that mountain. I can hear the angels' song. I'm reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. I'm standing on that mountain, I can hear the angels' songs. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home.